Hey guys, for all the new concealed carry shooters out there, and there's a bunch of you out there based on the numbers of concealed carry permits that have been applied for over the last year. Have you ever wondered what you're supposed to be carrying with you during your everyday carry? So let's take a look at what I've got in my pockets, and I'll give you a general idea of what you need to be looking for, and some things may or may not surprise you. You never know, but stick around till the end to find out. Okay, so if you're going to be a concealed carrier, then of course the first thing that you're going to need to have with you is your gun. If you're not carrying the gun, then you're not a concealed carrier, and this whole argument is moot. So when you have your gun with you, you're always going to want to have it in some type of holster, and the holster needs to be designed specifically for this gun. Not necessarily this gun, but it needs to be designed for the gun that you carry. If it's designed for my gun, then it's not going to help you out any. But anyway, you want the holster designed specifically for the gun that you're carrying, because it will help keep the gun from falling out when you're moving around in different positions. You don't want the gun to be able to come out, because that defeats the whole purpose of concealed carry. When somebody can see the gun when it falls out of your pants. Not a good idea. So if you're going to have a gun with you, you also need to have an extra magazine of ammunition. And if you carry a revolver, then have a speed loader with some extra ammunition in it. And I use this pouch here that looks more like a knife pouch, so that it looks a little more inconspicuous if somebody sees it hanging off my belt for some reason. But it just has the spare magazine in it, because you never know what you're going to wind up facing when you get in a self-defense situation. The one magazine load of ammo may be enough, and hopefully it would be. But if you come up against a group of attackers, then you might need to reload and have that second round of ammunition with you. And it's always better to have the ammunition and not need it than it is to need it and not have it. Okay, another thing that you always want to have with you is a good knife. And whether you like a fixed blade knife or you like a folding knife. Me, I like the folding knife better, because you can conceal it a little bit better. This one is the SOG Flash 2. It's a spring assisted knife, and depending on the laws in your state, they may or may not have requirements as far as how long of a blade you can carry concealed, and it be still within the law. So make sure you check those laws out when you're purchasing knives and things like that, so that you stay within the bounds of the legal system there. You don't want to go outside the law, because then it's going to cause you problems down the road. But knives can be useful for lots of things. It's not just for self-defense. Could be just as common a thing as open boxes. While you're at home or at work, you may need to cut something open, or could be used if you have a accident and you're stuck in your car. You use this to cut the seat belt to get yourself out of the car. And this one's got a nice tight clip on the back of it to be able to hold it in your pants and keep it from falling out as well. So a good knife, indispensable. Make sure you have one with you. And then to be able to get in and out of that vehicle and get back in and out of your house or your office, then you're going to want to have keys with you. Because if you don't have your car keys, then you're going to wind up walking. It's going to take you longer to get there. So always better to have the keys with you, so that you can get back into your car, and you don't have to call your wife to bring the spare key, and so that you can get into your car. Not a good idea. Might bother her a little bit. But anyway. Okay, next thing. So that you could call your wife if you're having problems, you want to make sure that you have the phone with you. And with everybody connected these days, then you want to have the phone so that you can be in contact with people, whether it's by phone or email or text messaging, whatever it is. You want to have your phone with you so that you can stay in contact with everybody. And then let's see, let's go over here on this side. Another thing that's a great idea to have with you is a flashlight. And flashlight, again, is not just for self-defense. You don't just use it when you're trying to go through a room and clear an area. It's also just used for standard uses for a flashlight. I mean, I use this thing pretty much every day when I'm going to work, and if I need on a job site and it's dark, I can't see the measurement on the tape measure, so I use the flashlight to be able to see what I'm doing there. Every morning when it's dark, we're trying to take the dog for a walk, use the flashlight to be able to see where we're going in the dark. So flashlight is a great thing to have with you. This one has a belt clip so that you can clip it to your belt. I carry mine in a pouch on the back of my belt, so that just makes it easier to get in and out rather than having to have one extra thing stuck in a pocket. So good flashlight, and this one has the tail switch on it so that you can turn it on and off real quick. And another good use for a flashlight, if you're do wind up in a self-defense situation, if it has a bright enough bulb, then you shine that light momentarily in somebody's eyes, disorients them for a little bit, might give you the time you need to get out of that situation. Okay, and then if you're a CWP holder, then you need to have your wallet with you because you have to have your CWP permit on you at any time when you're carrying your gun. At least here in South Carolina you do. But I would imagine most states are probably very similar. If they require a permit, then you're going to have that permit on you if you get stopped by law enforcement, so that you can show them that you're legal to have the gun on you. So always carry your wallet with all your identification in it, and whether or not it has any money in it or not, that may be immaterial, but it will at least have your ID with you. And then a couple of other things that you want to have with you, a couple of good pens, or at least one good pen. You never know when you might need somebody to sign something for you, or if you're like me and you're in sales and you're down to the wire there and you're getting somebody right about to sign and they have to go find a pen, distracts them a little bit, they may not follow through on the sale. So always have a pen with you to be able to make that sale. And one other little thing in that pocket, have a spare knife. The bigger knife, good for a lot of uses, but a smaller knife might be all you need for some situations. So just have that little knife with you. Just makes it easy to carry around. Let's see, what else we got here? Okay, and then another way to carry some identification around with you is a business card holder. So if you're whatever business you're doing, if you're in construction, whatever, or if you're teaching CWP courses, you want people to know who you are and be able to get in contact with you. So carry some business cards with you so that you can generate some business while you're out. And the last thing that I have in my pockets that you may or may not think about, I'm a little old school here, the pocket handkerchief. And this one's clean, don't be scared. Okay, so carrying a pocket handkerchief with you has multitudes of uses. Of course, it can be used for the standard blowing your nose with anything that's going on nowadays with all the viruses and everything out there. You might need to blow your nose. You can use it as a face covering if you need to. And if you wind up getting hurt, you got a cut, use it to stop the bleeding, to wrap a wound with. A lot of good uses for a pocket handkerchief. So find some of those, keep them with you, and good thing to have. So that's what I carry. Yours may vary. In the comments down below, you can include things that you have that's different than what I have. So let's compare notes. So if you like the video, like and subscribe down at the bottom, and check out doublelegalgunworks.com for more information, and check you next time.